You know that sound, right? That slow, gurgling drain, the one that tells you a bigger problem is lurking just under the surface? But what if I told you that in a town like Wilmette, Illinois, that sound is actually an echo of a century-old story about how the suburb itself was created? Oh yeah, we've all been there. These are the classic warning signs. It's that sinking feeling you get when you realize your home's plumbing has officially decided to go rogue. It's a universal frustration for sure, but in some places, it's a direct line to the past. So, let's start right there with that super common household headache, a clogged drain. Seems simple enough, but it's actually the first clue in a fascinating investigation, one that's going to take us from beneath our sinks all the way back to the very foundations of the town. Now, what's really going on here isn't just about what you poured down the drain. In established communities like Wilmette, the infrastructure itself is a major character in this story. You've got these beautiful, decades-old homes, and you add the stress of our wild seasonal weather, well, that means these pipe systems are under constant pressure. And when that pressure becomes too much and something gives, you call in the experts. Today we have a whole arsenal of modern technology to combat these age-old plumbing problems. Let's look at a couple of the key tools in their kit. On one side, you have power rotting. Think of this as the brute force approach, a powerful, rotating cable that just mechanically breaks up a clog. On the other hand, you've got hydrojetting, which is more like a surgical strike. It uses a high-pressure jet of water to literally scour the inside of the pipes clean. Two different methods for two different kinds of problems. So the process for fixing this is usually pretty straightforward. A professional comes in, figures out what's wrong, picks the right tool, and gets the job done. But the most important part is often that last step, the recommendations. Because sometimes the real problem isn't just in your home. And this is where our story totally pivots and we have to zoom out. That single pipe under your sink doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's the very last stop on a massive, interconnected network that serves your entire community. Yep, every single drain in your house is like a little tributary flowing into a much larger river, the town's sewer system. And in a place with as much history as Wilmette, that system is old. It's been serving the community for generations, which brings up a really important question. Right? Why? Is it just age? Is it just wearing out? Or is there something totally unique about how this town was built? To answer that, we have to stop looking at pipes and start looking back through history. And here is the twist. The story of modern Wilmette is fundamentally a story about water management. Specifically, it's about a massive engineering project designed to solve Chicago's sanitation crisis, which ended up literally shaping the land that Wilmette sits on today. Just take a look at this timeline and see how quickly this all happened. In less than 10 years, the area was completely transformed. The key event right here is the construction of the North Shore Channel starting in 1907. This wasn't just some small project, it was absolutely monumental. The North Shore Channel was basically a sanitation superhighway. Its whole purpose was to reverse the flow of the Chicago River to stop the city from dumping its sewage into its own drinking water supply, Lake Michigan. Yeah, not a great situation. So the channel carried all that waste away, and its northern endpoint was right here in Wilmette. And to really get the scale of this project, just look at this number, 22 acres. That's how much new land was created from all the earth they excavated to dig the channel. All that dirt, enough to create 22 acres of brand new land, had to go somewhere. And it went right onto the shoreline. That excavated blue clay became the literal foundation for what is now one of Wilmette's most beloved public spaces, Gilson Park. So the next time you're there, just remember, you're standing on what used to be at the bottom of a canal dug to save Chicago. Okay, so let's bring this incredible history back to the present day. What does a century-old sanitation project have to do with you, the modern homeowner with a gurgling drain? Well, turns out, everything. Because now you get it. You understand that your home is connected to an older, complex system that was born from this massive project. You know that the ground your pipes run through was literally rearranged 100 years ago. This context makes it crystal clear why being proactive about plumbing is so crucial here. So when a problem does pop up, being an informed consumer is your best defense. This is your checklist. Look for licensed and insured professionals with a solid local reputation. Confirm their guarantees, get clear pricing up front, and you should always ask about permits for the big jobs. And this is the ultimate takeaway. In a community with infrastructure this unique, waiting is the most expensive thing you can do. A small, gurgling drain today can become a flooded basement tomorrow. Addressing issues early isn't just smart, it's just plain economical. So, the crucial point is this.
The systems that support our modern lives are often invisible, but they are packed with history. The sound from your sink might just be the echo of a story you never knew. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are buried right under your own town?